I'm Danica Winberg. I'm a Jamberry independent consultant, and I'm just going to show you a really quick application and removal video. So you can figure out how to put on your jams, how to take them off, and I'll also show you a little bit of what we have here. So the first thing that I want to show you is what you need to remove your Jamberries, and that is a heat source. So that could be your blow dryer, your mini heater, your space heater, whatever you have for heat, and then also nail polish. Very easy. You could also use oil, but I use nail polish. So the first thing that I will do, and I will show you, I have on a really cute Halloween set of jams, and these are called Widow's Web, and you get all three of these designs on one sheet. So it's a lot of fun because you get more designs on the one sheet that you get. So I'm just going to take one off for the purpose of this video. So I'm going to turn on my heater. I'm just going to give it a little bit of time to heat up. This is probably one of my favorite tools. It's really quiet. I like to put my gems on when I watch a movie. So it's so quiet that I could talk on the phone, I could watch a movie, and it's not going to disturb my husband, my kids, nothing. And it gets really nice and hot really fast. So you don't want to have your jams in the heat area, otherwise they'll get hot before you want them to. So I will, see, this is where the heat comes out, the part that sticks up. I'm going to put my finger that I'm removing in front of it real quick, and then I'm going to break the seal. Now, it's important that you don't break the seal before you're ready to remove it, because that's what's going to cause it to come off before you're ready. So as long as the seal is intact, you're going to be golden. These things are going to last forever. Alright, so I've broken the seal real quick. Now what I've done is I've filled the cap up of the nail polish remover. I've filled it up a little bit, and I just dip my finger in there once the seal is broken. So the nail polish remover is getting down underneath the jams, and I keep it in here 5 to 10 seconds. And then I take it out, and then you'll see that it's just going to kind of peel off really easy. And there's no residue. If there was a little bit of residue, it's not a big deal. Just dip it right back in to the nail polish remover and use a swab, and it comes right off. So, very easy. Okay, so one thing I don't have is swabs. Alright, so I'm going to turn this off. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how I apply my jams. I don't need my nail polish remover anymore, so this is going to go away. Now this nail polish, you want to look for the colored nail polish remover, because this is a strengthening and nourishing. It's not going to be really harsh on your skin. I mean, it's not baby oil or anything, but it is not going to be too terrible on your skin. It's going to help to add some oils to your nail. Now, this is what you want. Oil helps to take off your jams. So this is a really good nail polish remover to use. I get the generic kind. And you don't want to use this to clean your nails, though, before you put it on, because it has the oils on it. If you put this on your nail and you don't clean it afterwards, the oils are still on your nail, and your Jamberry is going to come off before you want it to come off. That's the cases where you see it come off after a day or two. And so you really want to make sure there's no oil on your nail. And to do that, you can use rubbing alcohol. That's what's recommended. If you don't have rubbing alcohol, you can use white vinegar, and that works really well as well. So I have a big jug, but for this demonstration, I have these little alcohol swabs. Get it in the diabetic section of the grocery store. It's like $2 for a pack of 100. Very convenient. It's good for a whole hand, but I'm going to use it for one finger. So here, I'm going to clean my nail off real quick, and then I'm going to take my cuticle remover, cuticle stick, and you're going to push back your cuticle. The first time you do it might take a little bit longer, but once you've pushed back your cuticle and you do it regularly, it's not going to take you long at all. So you want to make sure your cuticle is pushed back, because your cuticle does secrete oil, and you don't want any oil to be in contact with your jams. You push it back all the way. Get down in the sides too. There's such thing as an invisible cuticle, and you don't want that to be underneath your jams either. That's going to cause a little bit of puckering. So here I am. I'm just trying to let you see. I am getting the sides. I've gotten the bottom and the other side. So my favorite application tool is this rubber tipped cuticle pusher. I will go in with this after I've used the wooden one. So, and then I'll just go back and I'll just do the exact same thing, but this one's nice and soft. It gets everything I just know that my cuticles push back after I use this. This is my favorite thing. It comes in the application kit. Like you've probably heard before, you probably have everything that you need to apply your jams at home. You just need a cuticle pusher. You can use a rubber tipped one. It's by no means necessary, but it's really great to have. I use clippers and also tiny cuticle scissors. We have buffers. Some people use them, some people don't. And then you can use that to just buff your nail out before you apply. I don't use that though. It's up to you. So then after you've pushed back your cuticle, you're going to go back in and you're going to use the rubbing alcohol one more time. Get in every little groove. So I get in one side, the other side, the back. I make sure it's nice and clean. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and apply your jam. So normally this is what you would see. You have a whole sheet of jams. This is the Bam Bam design. And you would peel it off. It comes off really super easy. You can just peel it like that. It comes right off. For the purpose of the demonstration, I'm just using a half of one, just so you can see how to apply it. So here is my little half. And you don't want to touch the sticky side of your jam. That is bad because your fingers have oil on them. So get tweezers. You can use your wooden cuticle pusher. And what you're going to do is you're going to peel it away from the plastic so that your fingers don't touch. So here I go. Alright, so I have not touched it with my fingers. Now you're going to put it on the finger that you want it to be on. Beforehand, you want to see which size is going to work the best for your nails. Now I have an in-between nail, so I'm going to show you a way that you can get a good fit when it doesn't fit exactly. So I've put it on my nail really lightly, really lightly. It's a feather-light touch. So now I know what part is not going to be touching my nail. I can grab it with my other hand because the part that I'm touching isn't going to touch my nail at all. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I am going to put it on my nail and I line mine up with one side and the cuticle. So I know that it fits perfectly on one side. So here I have it on my nail. It's not going to touch my skin on this side. It's not going to touch my skin above my cuticle. It's just laying on my nail. Now the other side, I'm going to kind of bend it around. You can see it's a little bit too long. It's a little bit too wide for my nail. So I'm going to cut the tip off so it's not quite so long. And then I'm going to come through with my cuticle scissors so you can see. And I just put my cuticle scissors in the bed of my nail so that I use that as a guide so it's the perfect size. And then I come and I trim it. And of course, I'm not looking too closely because I'm trying to let you see. Alright, so because I haven't applied the heat yet, I can remove it and restick it and make sure it's in the right spot. Okay, so I restuck it lightly. If I needed to move it again, I could remove it again. I'm just going to do a little bit of maintenance here, make sure it curves to the size of my nail. Alright, I'm just going to, there we go. Alright. So it's there on my nail, it's light. I can move it around because no heat has been added. Now it's where I want it to be, it's the size that I want it to be, and I can go ahead and apply the heat. I'm applying the heat while it's on my nail because me personally, I don't have very good aim. And if I was to heat this up when it's not on my nail and then try to put it on my nail afterwards, it wouldn't end up where I wanted it. Alright, so 3 to 5 seconds. That's all the heat you need. And then you're going to apply pressure from your base to your tip. And then from one side to the other side. That is how I get no wrinkles, no puckering, fits really well, lasts a long time. Okay, and then I just go through and I add a little bit more pressure, base to tip, side to side. Now vinyl, what happens when it gets hot is it expands. So It's hot right now. I'm gonna let it cool off because as vinyl cools, it shrinks a little bit. If I was to file it right now, a little bit of the tip of my nail would show. We don't want that. So you let it cool, and then you take your file. Your file is really important, and I didn't have it out. All right, so you take your file, and you're going to file at a 90-degree angle, only downward. Downward, downward, downward. You don't want to go up and down because it's going to lift it off your nail. You don't want to go side to side because it's going to rip it. So only go downward. Down, 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 down. Comes off super easy. Now, if you want to, you could also use your clippers and clip a little bit of your nail off if your nail needs a little clipping. That's usually what I do. Every time I put on my gems, I just clip a little bit of the nail off. That's how I trim mine. All right. So I have trimmed the excess off with the file using downward only motions. You can see it's on there. It's really nice. Looking good. I'm going to go ahead and blast it with one last little bit of heat. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm just going to smooth out the tip just to make sure we have a good seal on the tip. If you're rough on your nails and you ever notice that there's a little bit of lifting a couple of days after you put on your jams, there's no worries. Just go ahead and give it another good seal. I'll use my hair straightening iron. I'll just roll it on there. It gives it a nice extra seal. And I can do that at any time because I do my hair all the time. Not all the time. Okay, anyway. So that is how you apply your jams. It's really easy. It takes a couple minutes for each finger, each hand. Well, it takes me about 20 minutes to put on both hands. And that's when I'm distracted because I like to watch a movie when I put on my jams. All right, so if you have brittle nails, you want to strengthen your nails up a little bit, get them healthy, we have what's called the strengthening base coat. And I love this. I use it all the time. Mine's half gone already. And you can put your jams over top of it. So this is really nice to help get your nails nice and strong. We also have a line of nail lacquers. So lots of really great nail polish colors. They're beautiful. They go on wonderfully. They dry really hard and really fast. So the problem I always had with nail polish is I'd put it on. I wouldn't touch anything. I'd be paranoid. And then when I thought that they were dry enough that I could go to sleep, I'd go to sleep and I'd wake up with the bedsheet print on my nail, no matter how dry I thought they were. These doesn't do that. Dries so fast, so hard, and then you don't have to worry about like dents or imprints on it. It's wonderful. It's also 5-free, toxin-free, just like the rest of our jams. So I have it on my daughter's nails. I'll show you before I go. It's very safe. And then last but not least, I have my personal favorite, the cuticle oil. It smells wonderful, and it helps just to strengthen your nails from the base when it's growing. If you keep those cuticles nice and healthy, apply this every day. It's going to help your nails to grow strong from the start. And then we also have our line of juniors. So this right here is one of our big popular sellers. It's kind of Frozen inspired for all those Frozen fans. But the juniors come with 3 rows, and they get really, really tiny for those little nails. My 2-month-old daughter is wearing them. I'll show you. She's cute. Come here, Harper. Here's my baby girl. This is Harper in her film debut. Okay, and she is wearing little jams and our cardinal nail polish. And she's so cute. She was a good little customer right here. All right, so thank you for watching, and if you need any questions answered or if you need any help or need to order, please place your order at www.danica.jamberrynails.net. Thank you so much.